Hi first graders. So this year has started a little bit different than usual. Usually when we go to school, we're in our school classroom. And whenever we do writing in school, we would have notebooks and a writing station and all these different things. It's a little bit different and sad this year that we don't have that, but that's okay. We're still doing this cool new way of learning. So I want to talk about, what does writing look like? How do writers write? And it might look a little bit different at your home instead of here at school, but there are still some procedures to writing time that I want you to think about. So the first thing I want you to think about is when you're writing, it's usually good to keep your voice at a level 0. Now we haven't talked about a voice level 0 too much, but voice level 0 means it's off. This is a voice level 0. That's a voice level 0 because it is very difficult to talk and write at the same time. Have you ever tried that? Talking and writing is very difficult. Whenever I'm trying to write and I start talking, I just stop writing because I talk instead. So when we're writing, we want to try to keep our voices as quiet as possible. Now, if you need to say what you're writing out loud, you can whisper it as you're writing it. But I don't want you to sit there and talk to your brother, your sister, your cousin at that time. You want to focus on writing. Step number 2, the pencil does the talking. So instead of the words coming out of your mouth, you need to take what you're thinking and write it on the paper or the iPad with your pencil, okay? How do writers write? Sometimes spelling is difficult. Now, I want you to think of this. In my classroom, we say if we're having a tough time spelling a word, we do our best, underline it, and move on. Because I don't want you to worry about spelling every single word correctly all the time. You're just in first grade, and you're gonna spell some words wrong, and that is okay. All I ask from you is that you do your best, underline it so that I know that you had a little bit of a tricky time with it, and then move on. Now, if around your house you have something called resources, kind of like clues. So if I was trying to spell the word right and I was here in this classroom, I could look up here. That's the word right. It's already written out for me. It's not cheating if I look up and I see a word on the board somewhere, okay? Now I know you won't have that a ton in your homes, but maybe there are resources at home. Maybe there are books with animal names in them if you need to look up an animal name. See if you can figure out ways to help you spell words when you are at home. And then last thing I want you to remember is just do your best. I am very happy with your writing if I know you did your best. Now, if you turn something in and you didn't really try and you didn't do your best work, I'm gonna be able to tell. So all I ask is that you do your best. So let's go over all of these things one quick time. How do writers write? Their voice is a level 0. The pencil does the talking. They use your resources to help spell tricky words. And you do your best. If you do all of those things, I will be very happy with your writing.